Hello everyone. So in this example we're going to look at evaluating. Evaluating just means to reach an answer, and so especially when you're not solving. And so to evaluate is basically another word for simplify, and specifically when we're doing it while plugging something in. So here we're plugging in the value x equals 8. So that's going to go everywhere you see in x. And so I'll just rewrite this, and actually I'll go ahead and write it where the x is going to be red in this case. I'll rewrite this expression and replace x for 8 in all the instances where it comes up. And so there's 5, and then here I'm going to write an 8, but I'm not just going to write an 8, otherwise that'll be 58, so I want to represent that with multiplication, and I'll use parentheses to do that. Parentheses themselves don't mean multiplication, but the fact that there's no symbol means multiplication. And so I'll keep going. Plus the 3 times x, in this case it's going to be 3 times, I'll go ahead and put a dot in this case, 3 times 8, minus 2, all squared, plus 8 divided by 4. So that's the hard part there, just replacing the 8 with everything you see with x. And at this point, now it's just combining like terms. You're just simplifying here. And so we'll take care of our multiplication. We have a fantastic 5 times 8 that we talked about earlier. That's going to be the big ol' 40. And now we have a couple of things happening here with the 3 times 8 minus 2 all squared. The parentheses happen first, and this is an example where the parentheses matter, right? Because we have things happening inside the parentheses before we can square it. And so we're going to have to do the 3 times 8 first. Well, 3 times 8 is 24, so we have plus 24, and that's supposed to be a parenthesis, excuse me, minus the 2, all squared still. Well, 24 minus 2 is 22, so we're just looking at 22 squared. So we have 40. Going to keep consistent with my colors because who doesn't love a good rainbow? 40 plus 22 squared, and then whatever 8 divided by 4 is. Well, 8 divided by 4 is 2, and so we're just going to be adding on 2. Now, calculator geniuses, what is 22 squared? Well, I'll be completely frank, that's a really big number. So I'm going to use a tool. 22 squaring is just multiplying by itself, so times 22. That's 22 squared. I get 484. And so we're looking at 40 plus 484 plus 2. And so our final answer, 40 plus 484 plus 2. Why risk it? Let's use our tools, guys. 40 plus 484 plus 2. We're looking at 526. I highly encourage you guys to use your tools. Double check your work. You're on a Chromebook for most of you, so you have that accessibility right there at the tips of your fingers. And when you don't have that accessibility on your Chromebook, you can use your cell phones or, a real bona fide calculator. Any of those things work. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I hope this helps. See you guys soon.